Something Else Podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Something Else Podcast. Yes, it has indeed been a while, but we're here now. So I'm kind of going old school with it. Just no plan for this one, no structure, no script, just me talking to you. But I'm going to start this segment because as of this recording, which is the 17th of Feb 2026, I had to buy a new car. Now, the reason I had to buy a new car is because mine died. I had a a Vauxhall Astra, right? And what happened was, essentially, the engine died. There was too much oil in the engine, and I know I haven't done that. I'm not stupid, but there was too much oil in the engine, and the timing belt had gone, which I assume is part and parcel of what it is. Have I said that phrase right? Anyway, but long story short, it was going to cost way too much to repair it, considering the value of the car. So I was like, I'm going to have to get a new car, either way. And I don't got the money to have a new car. Bad choices, too much debt, you know. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I was like, my only option is either I use my credit card and run that up, or I get finance. And to be fair, finance isn't the best option, but it does give me a car that's worth it, you know what I mean? So I went from my Vauxhall Astra Diesel, 1.6, EcoFlex, and I must apologise about the coughing as well. I've had this like head cold for bloody months now. And then last week I had that weird tummy bug and I couldn't stop throwing up or shitting myself. So breaking my car on top of that was fantastic. But so I went from the Vauxhall and I ended up getting. People are gonna detest this, but I'm gonna say it's one of my favourite looking cars. I got a Nissan Juke, but I got the Tecna model. So it's got like the 360 cameras and heated seats. Who the fuck wants a heated seat? You generate enough heat anyway. But honestly, it's a lovely car. It's a teeny car in the sense of it's a 1.2, and went with the Astra. Granted, it was diesel, but I used to be able to get, if I drove really sensibly, I could probably average about 600 miles in one tank if I drove nicely. In this one, I can probably get about 300 if I'm lucky. And it's petrol as well, so it burns a lot more, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. So I think I was just under, a quarter of a tank, and put like 30 quid in, it was done. But I'm not complaining. It's surprisingly more spacious than I expected. It is cramped, but it's considered a compact SUV. But I'm not complaining. I've got a decent car. I'm happy. Excuse me. What else is there? We spoke about me with me vomits and me poos. Done the car. What else is happening? Oh, I brought myself a new camera. Now, if you're only listening to this, I've just raised the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Because at the end of this month, there's a guitar show. Whew, don't get me started. I'm going to it. I've made my mind up. I'm fucking going. And because I've been inspired. I'll be honest. I've been inspired. I've got a new job. I forgot to say that. I've got a new bloody job. I'm actually finally doing forest school the way I've been wanting to do, unlike where I used to work. But I do love my job, but I think what I really want to do is entertain. I want to talk. I just want to do stuff I enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy my job. But I've been really inspired to want to do more guitar-related videos in my other YouTube channel, right? And it's also encouraged me to want to do more with this, because this was going well, and then I just took my foot off the gas. And you don't need me to talk about that shit anymore. So I was like, what can I do? What can I really do? So I was looking at stuff, and I was like, oh, hang on, the guitar show's here. Now, the camera I generally use is the my A7 III. It's not a big camera, but once you've got the gimbal on it, which I'm actually using now, I was about to point to it. But I've got a gimbal on it so I can walk around, and it's nice and stable, looks pro. Put my microphones on. It's super invasive, whereas this bad boy is not. So I was like, I'm going to use that and vlog the whole thing. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone. And I suppose that's what this episode might be about. It's I hit the microphone, taking a step out of your comfort zone. It's like, today my son, he absolutely loves trains, right? And there's a museum, and they do in holidays, like, what do you call it, like I guess experience days for the week or a day or whatever, and you get to go there and you get to essentially you go into the museum. You can go on the trains. You help essentially clean them, but you clean them. You go into the signal boxes. You learn about them. Get to go on them, drive them, that sort of thing. And he gets to do a lot of the stuff the general public wouldn't be able to do. And he was really nervous, and I will give him all the praise in the world. He fucking did it. He went there for the whole day from, say, 9:30 till, I think, 4. And he did it. And I was like, get in. So as a result, I haven't told him I brought it, but I brought him this train track off Amazon. It's like 75 quid, but it's like a remote control one, so you can do the steam, the lights, the whistles, it's awesome. So I'm dead chuffed, and I'm just really proud that it got over that hurdle, because he was really upset. He didn't want me to leave, this, that. And I told him it's fine to be scared. Everyone's scared. I get scared. And he absolutely nailed it. So I can't complain with that. But I think it was just, I don't know. I think it's all about making that step. I'm just going to move the microphone. Sorry about any unneeded noises. But I think the problem is, especially now, there's a lot of people that are doing their own thing. For instance, OF models. I've got nothing against that. Because if you can make a mint doing something you enjoy, fair enough. Why not? But I think it is taking that step. Like my long term, is that the phrase? Either way, my ambition or my kind of aim is to, especially with YouTube channel, is to really, I want to be able to make something from it. You know what I mean? I'd love to get an endorsement. I've always said if I could get an endorsement, I want it to be like Manscaped or that Sasquatch soap. I just want something really outrageous. And speaking of which, if you've ever watched him, he's called Stevie T. He's like he's a wicked guitarist, but he's really funny. And he did one, and he was like, "Can cartoon characters play guitar?" And you know what his sponsor was? Like mid-section of the video. Bear in mind, it's pretty much aimed at children. Fucking sex toys, bizarre. But yeah, I just really want to push the boat, and I want to try and get something out of it now. And I was like, I love doing reviews. Reviews are awesome, but at the same time, it's not really what I want. I want to do more music things, and there's a ton of guitarists out there. To be fair, a ton of musicians on YouTube that put me to shame. And I think what keeps putting me off is I'm not on their level, but at the same time, they're not on mine. Dare I say? And I want to do more for, I don't want to say the average guitarist or bassist, but I want to try and do more for people on my wavelength. You know, cheaper gear, alternatives, this, that. So yeah, it's just really made me want to do more, especially with the guitar show coming up. I was like, yeah, I need to do that. Where is the... Okay. It's alright, I've not used this setup in ages, so I'm looking at my monitor here and I'm like, oh, I'm really quiet. But hang on. Would help if the lead was plugged in too. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a crazy one. I mean, we're not getting any younger, are we? So it's about time I just thought, you know what, let's just bloody go for it. Excuse me. It's like I was thinking about this the other day, and I was watching a video on TikTok of all places, and it was this videographer. And he was like, the problem is, whether you're a photographer or videographer, people are too broad, and you need to find your niche. And I was like, that is so bloody true. It's like with my main channel, my Planet Ben channel. At first, it was reviews, gaming, and music, and I don't really game on it anymore, so I went to Kick and Twitch and all that. And I was like, maybe that's the problem, I'm too broad. And it's just like with the podcast, originally there was 4 different channels? Something else, music, then you had telly, and movies, gaming. Sure, there was another one. Oh, then the normal show. I was like, that's too much. I had 4 different channels, this, that. So I was like, let's just combine it into one. And the only separate thing really is the Unsigned Mayhem. But I only do that if the rest of the lads are able to. And it was just... It really made me think, like, I'm doing too much. In my garage as we speak, this is my workshop. And I had this big ambition, I'm going to do my own woodwork and sell it. I ain't got the time for that. And let's be honest, I'm going to do that when I'm old. And then it was like, oh, I'm looking at my gimbal, actually. I got no battery power. But it's just stuff like... I don't know. it made me think, what do I want to not do? Because, for instance, behind the camera, I've got a shelf with RC cars on. Not like stuff you get from Argus, but I'm talking about like good good RCs. And I don't do anything with them. And the original plan was me and my brother-in-law were going to make a YouTube channel, which I've made, and I think there's like 2 videos on it. But that's the problem. There's so much going on, I can't commit to any of it. Where I've had the one thing I could do 100%. Well, technically 50-50. Like if I use my main job on my main channel, I could do like 80% of my main job, 20% YouTube. Or 50-50, whatever percentage you want to do. But the more you do, then percentage is half. And it's just annoying. That's what it is. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and be a bit more like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And the guitar show and buying this worked. But then life throws you curveballs, like fucking killing your car. And honestly, the palaver of that. Like I had to put $1,000 down so I could get the car to reduce the monthly payments, but I can pay what I want when I want, sort of thing, as well as what's normally being paid. But I was just like, I need to do something because I've got a ton of debt. Let's be honest. I was like, there's too much money going out now. So it's like I'm looking at things like, what can I sell? So I was brave. I'm getting rid of some of my records because I don't fucking need them. I don't listen to them. If I want to do anything, I just go on Spotify. And I think I've said this before on the show, that when Dad died, it really changed my perspective of things. Like, if I snuff it today, I'm leaving all of this shit for Sam to sort out. You know what I mean? That's not fair. I mean, I'm going to be dead. It doesn't matter. But I just don't want it. I don't want my shit to be a burden. So I'm looking at a load of my stuff. Like, right now, I've got, like, Funko Pops. I don't even fucking like Funko Pops, and I've got loads of them now. I've got those. I've got the RCs, my cameras. Obviously, I've got my guitars. I was like, what can I do to just benefit any of it? So I was like, I know, if I just sold them, they could go to something else, i.e. my car. But it's a weird old one, isn't it? And I think it's, no matter how difficult stuff is, there's always a way to get around it or get out of it. And sometimes it's just making the hardest choices. And just like Ted today, the hardest choice was to take that step forward. And I don't want my life to be that. I want to just be able to do what I want when I want. And the only way I'm going to do that is by making the harder choices. So it's funny. It's funny, isn't it? Life is as stupid as what it is. But excuse me. Yeah, other than that, not much has really happened. I've got a bit of updates on my health. I'm gonna have sleep studies done for sleep apnea. Also, I'm a fat bastard. I weigh 18 stone. Jesus Christ, that was a surprise. Because I'm 6'2", right? I realise I'm slowly sinking in my chair. But I'm 6'2". And I mean, if you're looking at the video, I'm not particularly big. I've got a bit of a belly on me, I will admit, and my arse is fat, but not 18 stones worth. And I was like, good God, when did this happen? So it's, yeah, but other than that, like, they still don't know why my blood pressure's high. And I'm like, well, my mum and my nan had it. So it's obviously hereditary. So we're sorting that out. I've amended my diet. My sleep's gone to shit. You can probably see it in my eyes. I'm absolutely exhausted today. But I think since working in my new place, because I've been there, coming up 6 months? October, November, December, January, February. So next month will be 6 months. And I don't think I've had one full month. Because I've either been ill or... but to be fair, I've been ill. Whether it's a sickness or an infection, like I had an ear infection, I've been bloody ill. Then last week, and this is what annoys me, out of nowhere, I wake up in the early hours of the morning and I can't stop throwing up. And you're like, come on. But that crept up on me, that one did. That was horrible. But it's all about carrying on, and it's perseverance. But my sleep's awful. So I'm hoping whatever they're going to check for can help. Because I don't think I need long sleep. I don't need like 8 hours. I can't work on that. But I'd love it if I could just have like just a solid sleep. No waking up at 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the hell. But you know, excuse me. Also, tomorrow it's my anniversary as of this recording. So yeah, And I think the 9 years is pottery. Pottery. So yeah, that's quite fun. But anyway, I'm going to leave you be because as of now, it's coming up to 9:45. Jesus, I'm already falling asleep. And I can't stop coughing. But I am going to try my best to do some more. Whether it's short ones like 15-minute podcasts, I don't know. To be fair, tomorrow me and Ted are recording one. Just going to say. So, excuse me, yeah. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.